Civic 2010 Hybrid. Brian here from Fitzpatrick's garage, Kildare. Just in case anyone wondering what one of these is like to drive, let's have a look and see how we get on with one of these. So first thing, seats. I find in these they're actually big and comfortable. These are the older style of seat, but they're really comfortable. Anyway, into the car, close the door. So again, I'm not really sure what this video is, but just for somebody that's looking at one of these cars, it might come in useful. So that's your startup sequence. Fine, and then safety belt on. Start up the car. So you can actually hear there's no starter kind of motor that turns over. Gears are traditional, straightforward. So park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then there's a sport and low mode. Into reverse. Okay. Anyway. And then into drive. The wipers, actually, while it's clever, it actually does clear the whole area, so the way they go out that way rather than two going at the same angle. Anyway, it's only something stupid. So what we'll do is we'll get out to the road and we'll set the camera. One thing you will hear if you're test driving one of these, probably can't hear it now, there's a little buzzing noise and it comes from up here. It's actually meant to be there. The first time I sat in one I wasn't sure. It's called a brake booster, so it is actually meant to be there. Car is currently 5.6 litres per 100 kilometres. We're going to do about 90 kilometres, so we're going to reset it and see how we get on. So yeah, as I was saying, the seats are super comfortable in these. Steering wheel is like a Honda Jazz actually. Same wheel as you get in a Honda Jazz. What year I can't remember. Maybe 2010ish onwards probably. Yeah, it's a similar wheel. But it's because it's not a automatic car, I suppose it's dead comfortable. Down in here, I'll show you in a sec, there's actually heated seats, even though it's cloth interior, and I actually prefer that. I actually prefer cloth seats to leather anyway. So that suits me just fine. Heated seat function, fairly straightforward because it's a petrol car, they heat up very quick. These are just controls for radio and, well, radio actually, just radio. And then over here I've got cruise control function in through here, so I can set cruise, headlights straightforward, wipers straightforward, and then after that these are controls for automatic climate control, so warm and cold is in through here. Oops, blowing a bit loud. Oh, bit of wheel spin. Well, actually the power level is decent. I'm just going to leave it alone for a minute because it's still cold, but the floor in a second seems like for power. Radio in through here, it's a 6-CD changer. Look, it's 2010, so that's what was going on back then. There is no USB or auxiliary or anything like that. One thing though is it's got a big volume knob, and if I want, I can go up and down through the stations really easily. So you see the way I can tune the different stations. I miss that on new radios. So if I want to listen to, say, I don't use talk, it's 107.2, fine, I can hit a button or I can scroll up to 107.2. That is way easier. Why people have made radio so much more complex? That is so much easier to use. Anyway, controls up here we can see, so speedo, and then on one side I got my fuel amount, and on the left hand side I can set that. I'll show you again in a sec when I go through it a bit more detail wise. I can set that basically to tell me fuel efficiency, or I can set it to tell me engine temperature, which actually we're getting there now, so we'll be able to see what it's like for acceleration in a while, or even up at the road just up here. But I tell you what, it's big and comfortable, and there's lots of visibility around the place. The older cars, they have kind of thinner pillars. It's very bright. Anyway, well, the floor up the road here. Okay, it is a CVT gearbox. They are noisy, and that's just the way they are. So back into S gives a bit more power. That's what you get, lots of noise, but it's pulling along. 100. So yeah, dead noisy. really, really noisy. But to be fair, for most of the driving I'm going to do, the engine revolutions have settled back down to 2000, and what they're going to do now is stay at the optimal levels. That's grand. It's actually, if you're not flooring it like that, which let's face it, most people won't be. Like, if I want to speed, I'm doing 90. If I want to get up to 100, bit of noise, and then I let off again, I'm back up to 100, and I can maintain it. The noise is gone then. Anyway, there's another junction up here. I should put the seat down so the seat is height adjustable. But tell you what though, comfortable car. For the money that they're worth now, it's good out value for money. The car's big, there's loads of space in the back. It's big and comfortable, it's quiet. So once again, I mean I don't have to drop into S, I can. I choose to do it. So, 16 kilometers an hour. And there's 100. 99 actually. I'm back into D and we'll just cruise. So when you're sitting at 120 kilometers an hour, you can see this system indicator over here on the left. The hybrid setup's not really up to much. If I floor the car then, you see the assist kicks in, or similarly, if I slow down, you can see it starts to recharge the battery. So the one on the left, the bars, is telling me basically how much battery we have, which is a little bit over half. If I floor it, I get the assist, and then if I brake, it's starting to charge. But usually most of the time, when you're cruising at those kind of speeds, it's pretty inactive. It's really just, as far as I can see, it helps acceleration. So that's the whole idea of this one. It's more just of an assist rather than the kind of full hybrid that you see these days. In terms of how the clocks are laid out, then you can see the charge areas on the left hand side, big revolution counter in through the centre, fuel consumption down below, and then up above we have our speedo, temperature, and also fuel. Anyway, that's enough of me blabbering on. So what we'll do is we're after just coming off the M2. So that's been motorway 120 kilometers an hour. You saw the back roads at the very start. Again, we're going to cover somewhere in the region of 90 kilometers. So we'll see how we end up with fuel by the end of it. So at the end of that journey, I can use this over here to see 5.6 litres. Actually, well, that journey there was 5.3 litres. That's 86 kilometers, and then actually the overall journey was 166 kilometers, 5.6 litres. The other button I'd spoken to you about earlier was this here, where you can change this display in here for temperature or fuel usage. After that then, this was the heated seats I was talking about, storage in there, more storage in here, more storage in here. But yeah, good old car. For the money that they're worth now, they actually are economical. Like, those numbers are not far off diesel actually. So they might make sense for somebody. Anyway, hopefully the video gives you some insight into how they are if you are looking at one of those cars. This one here now is not for sale with ourselves, but space wise, that's just a bag that was in the car. Lots of space in the back, big comfortable seats, economical setup as you can see, and reasonable sized boot. It's a bit smaller because I think there's a battery in there compared to the normal saloon version, but yeah, hope that helps.